Welcome to the Yumi in Love podcast, officially open for business. We're going to give you not much of me sitting in a chair like this, more guests. Independent, low budget, ultra low budget filmmaking tip number one pertains to locations. When you are recording sound on location and there's a refrigerator nearby, you're going to have to turn off the refrigerator, turn the numbers down from, whatever, 7 being the coldest to off. And an important thing to remember is you need to turn the refrigerator back on. And you'll notice a note on the fridge in our first pre-podcast that says turn the fridge back on. Well, that wasn't enough. We forgot to turn the fridge back on. So David Conley, the first assistant director on Yumi in Love, came up with a brilliant idea, and that is put somebody's keys, their car keys, in the fridge. Every week you will receive tips like that. Just tune into the podcast. Check www.ashleypark.net or yumiinlove.com. When you're dealing at a certain level, at a certain budget, suddenly you have 10 more trucks to move around and 10 more union people in the crew you don't need and you don't want to pay. You don't want to have to tell them to be quiet. You don't want their stuff to be right outside your frame. And you don't want to wait for them to move it. It's hard to travel in groups. It's much easier to go out to dinner with 2 people than to go out with 10. Because you have more money, it doesn't mean the film is going to be any better or that it's going to be any easier. I think probably the opposite. I think I knew that going in, but this was completely confirmed for me by the end of the shoot. That's Todd Field speaking about Little Children, his adaptation of Tom Perrotta's novel in the most recent Filmmaker magazine. And it's so true. Not spending money unnecessarily. At least you can wake up every day and look at yourself in the mirror and say, okay, I'm doing this for the right reasons. I'm making a film. I'm putting every single part of my effort and my sweat and every dollar into the film, not into stupid things. I can't stand spending money where it shouldn't be spent. Yeah, I just think that that's such a better way to make films. Hopefully we won't have to waste a lot of money on our next films, but it would sure be nice to have some money to spend on the next film or 2. And now a bit more behind the scenes of Yumi in Love.
On for that.
Oh, we're just doing.
Yeah.
You want to hold it steady there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the idea of having some just locked off and there's nothing you can do.
Okay.
I really enjoy it. I say we start from when they enter.
He did. How much do you need? Why do you always assume? Oh, I'm sorry. Is it something else? Shit. Why do you always do that? What? What? Yeah, do what? Come across like St. fucking Leslie. I attack you and you immediately morph into Leslie the understanding, Leslie the non-judgmental. Our mother. Fuck. Just a minute. Well, it's not money. Although, of course, I'm broke. Laura? Sam. Could have broke it off. I'm sorry. No. It's not bad. Why do you put up with me? I don't know. I guess it's kind of my fault. I kept telling them that weakness and stuff.
That's the cut? Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so because it's Laura's scene anyway at this point.
Oh,
so
right,
the
it
thing
is
Laura's
The
scene.
thing is for this.
Yeah.
This is great. Like
And
the
so why do you
handheld
always
is
do
yeah,
that?
ideal.
Yeah.
And can you do a little thing with the drawer? Like how you sort of pose it? They'll give you something like Leslie opens it and you kind of, well, it's not, you know, and you know the money's never you just sort of not with but fingers, careful with the fingers, but
Cool. So that's good for black.
That is good for blood.
What's your
really
lighting
good.
estimate?
So we'll just get this and the 2-shot.
yeah. Here's Ruby. Ruby's in the film. Right, Ruby? Yeah. Ruby Tuesday's in the movie. And yeah. There you go, say hi, Ruby. For next week, we'll have film reviews, more independent filmmaking tips, many more. And I promise I'll not be the only one you'll have to look at.